In today's video, we're continuing with the challenge for empaths and highly sensitives. And specifically, I'm going into energetic clearing, like clearing off these emotions and energies that we take in, and a couple tips or tools that you can use to clear off those energies. Continuing the 21-day challenge. And this week, I'm wanting to explore that overload and what to do to maintain, to take care of yourself when you are feeling overwhelmed, overstimulated, and what other tips and tools you can use to actually come back to yourself and come back into balance in yourself. And last week we already talked about a few different cases of boundaries, but then also feeling overstimulated. And today specifically I want to go into the energies, like the energies, these emotions that we take in from other people. And when you are out at gatherings or social things, you can have, like in my case, I've had where people come over and it's like the energy vampire that is taking everything from you and you feel drained. And today that's not the case that I'm talking about. Instead, what I'm talking about is when you have all this stimulus coming at you and this overwhelm and or you feel suddenly so much more in you and you're like, where did this come from? Is this me? Is this emotionally me? Or is it all this stimulation that's been coming in? For example, during COVID, I was living in Brooklyn, and once a week I would walk down to the grocery store. And right at the beginning, the first few months of COVID, all of us were worried and anxious about how and what to do and, what was going on, the uncertainty of it. So I once a week would walk down to the grocery store, and it was a good 20-minute walk, and then I would get to the grocery store and it's this tiny little space, and again, this being Brooklyn, and I would come back from it and I would feel super anxious. And I was like, well, I know in myself going out and doing this during that time, I was nervous, I was anxious, like I didn't know what to expect. But I was like, but this anxiety feels like tenfold, like it feels way more than what I actually felt in myself initially. So I started to look at it and I was like, oh, every time I go out, I'm taking in everyone else's anxiety as well. Like here I was in this neighborhood where maybe I would pass by only a handful of people, but everyone in the community there was anxious and nervous. So of course I'm picking up on those energies. And right now in the world at large, we have all these things going on that is fearful, that is anxious. And so we can be taking that on and not even really realize that we're taking it in. And so one of the things you can do, and I mentioned it in one of the other videos, is to burn sage. And as I burn it, like I take it around myself, I also am visualizing clearing energies off of me, energies that do not belong to me. And then you can also do this hand gesture, which I talked about, and visualizing, I'm clearing energies off of me, these things that do not belong to me, and letting that, feeling it in myself of like, I am clearing this off of me. And also always coming back to grounding and breath and getting connected to my body. So those are first of the, couple things that I will do when I am feeling this anxiety, when I'm feeling overload from emotions and things coming at me. So not only the grounding and connecting to the body and the breath, and then as well, in the dialogue box, I have a guided visualization to clear other people's energies, and specifically around anxieties and worries and stresses. So if you're bringing in these anxieties, stresses, and worries, you can use this guided visualization to clear other people's stuff off of you so that it actually does just clear those energies off of you. And it's a pretty simple, visualization, and wherever your thoughts go, energy flows. So if you're visualizing these energies coming off of you, then the energies will come off of you like visualizing it and knowing that you're letting go of these anxieties that don't belong to you and sending it back to those people that it belongs to with love and with compassion. And so for today's exercise, it's about having a couple of tools in your pocket so that you can clear off these energies, so that you can get yourself back to a place of balance within yourself. And using it. Like, I wake up many mornings and I'm still, like, I think throughout the night I'm taking on other people's energies. And so I actually start my day with doing, the burning of the sage or Palo Santo, and I start my day with that and with setting this intention of these other vibrations are not going to affect me, these other lower vibrations. And being able to start my day there, or clearing off those lower vibration energies. Because I know if I start my day there, then I'm already starting in this kind of, I'm not in a good place to start with. So, like, setting up these things where I'm already clearing the energies and getting into balance within myself. But again, if you're then out and about somewhere and you're taking in these energies, this is also some tools that you can use then to clear off those energies and feel normal, feel yourself again. So have a play with this, and thank you for joining me today. I'm AmyC with You Finding You. And if you are enjoying and getting value out of these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next video.